Welcome, Taurus, for your general reading. This is still November, but this video could find you at any time. This is a timeless tarot, but I am searching for energies right now, so this will be applicable to a lot of people right now here in November. Okay, let's get started. Where is our Taurus at right now? And please hit the like button if this does resonate with you. If this doesn't resonate with you, just leave it. It just means the message isn't meant for you. I am new here on YouTube, so any subscribers would be wonderful. And that is the Six of Wands. And the Six of Wands does talk about success, so it does sound like you have some kind of victory or recognition of success of some kind, which that's a great place to start. Okay, what else do we need to know about this success? What else can you tell us about our Tauruses? The High Priest. The High Priest in this deck is actually the Magician, and the Magician talks about a lot to do with manifestation, manifesting things in. It can also talk about creativity, but mostly it talks about turning visions, turning ideas into reality. So, and with that success card, I'm thinking that you probably had an idea, and that idea has led you to some success. So let's see what else is going on here for Taurus. That's the Moon card. And the Moon card talks about following your intuition. It talks about hidden things that are hidden from you. It can talk about illusions, lies, or facades. But in this reading so far, I would say this has to do with something to do with your intuition and this idea that you had that brought you to success. But we'll look further into it just to be sure. Let's see here. What else do we have for Taurus? What else do we need to know about this for Taurus? Okay. And we have the Page of Cups. And the Page of Cups talks about, kind of something new, like a new love, but could also be more like volunteer work or working with people in some way. So this might be something that you do in this success with this new idea. It might have something to do with community or people. So let's see, what brought you to this? Excuse me. My allergies are driving me crazy today. I have been all week. Reward, 10 of Cups. So you were in a really happy place in the past. You already felt fulfilled. So this might be that your family life is good. Like things are good and you're actually happy and joyous. The 10 of Cups is one of my favorite cards. Okay, what else happened before we found this success? You made a sacrifice where you took some time alone in that hangman position to really gather some wisdom about what you wanted to do with this. It kind of gave you a different perspective. Something it did bring you in a different perspective, and that brought you into this. So let's see what else. And the Seven of Wands. So the Seven of Wands does talk about rivalry of some kind. So maybe you came up against some obstacles during putting this into play when you first started. After you came up with the idea and you took some time to reflect on it. It looks like you were already in a good place in life, which is wonderful. And I really feel like you put a community project together of some kind to help people. And you did a lot of thought about it, but you ran into some obstacles along the way. Excuse me. Where does this take us? Where does this take Taurus in the future? Where does this take Taurus in the future? Show me where this will lead Taurus. Two of Swords. So the Two of Swords can talk about compromise or making a decision on something. So maybe I'm kind of almost getting like there's rules and regulations involved in this where that is causing you to get tripped up a little bit. Like the ideas and everything are wonderful. Like it really is coming together and, you intuitively want to do this. This is something that's important to you. And I have a feeling that it services the community in some way. Maybe children, or working with people who are experiencing poverty or something along those lines. Just from the cards that are coming in here. And you are trying very hard to manifest this in, but I feel like it might be a sacrifice for you in some kind of way, maybe with time or money. Let's see here. King of Wands. But yeah, you're a bold and fearless leader. You know, you're full of creativity. The King of Wands also has a lot of charm and courage. So, you know, I would say use that charm in this situation and be bold. Yeah, definitely. Now, sometimes we have to speak up for others. And I have a feeling that's kind of where what this reading is for somebody who's working on something where it's helping a community, like support in some way. It could be a new job in that area, but there's some obstacles that you are having a hard time getting through. But I feel more it's like a project. And the Three of Wands, yeah. So you're building a foundation for this. Like, I kind of wonder when it says foundation, if you're actually creating a foundation for something that provides support to people. But the Three of Wands also talks about teamwork and expansion of some kind. So I'm wondering if maybe some of the rivalry you're coming into has something to do with the teamwork that you have to do. But it does come in and there is a foundation built, you know, and with that King of Wands, you know, you're a bold and charming leader here. The Two of Swords we'll look more into and see what comes in for that. Well, we're going to have to clarify that card a little bit more. And on the bottom of the deck, we do have the Eight of Cups, which does talk about withdrawal, retreating, or moving on from abandonment of some kind. So that could be the field that you work in, is working with people who, you know, maybe are experiencing grief of some kind. Let's see here. This is a pretty specific reading, so I'm kind of thinking this might be for one or just a couple people. I don't see this being for a large amount of people. This is pretty specific. Let's see. Tell me more about that Hangman. And for under the Hangman, we have the Six of Cups, and the Six of Cups talks about, you know, gifts and innocence, reunions, nostalgia. And yeah, I'm getting like I really have like a foundation being built, coming in to service others. In the Six of Cups, you know, this means something to you. This is something that, you know, might have hit close to home for you, and it's very important to you. So let's see, what is the Seven of Wands? I'm very curious about the Seven of Wands here for our Taurus. And under the Seven of Wands, we do have the Four of Swords. And the Four of Swords talks about, again, that retreat, rest, solitude, recovery. Like, you need a break of some kind. You may be overextending yourself, or recently you have overextended yourself and you needed to take some rest or a break from it. I don't think it's so much a rivalry card as you just put so much of yourself into this that you almost kind of defeated yourself to an extent, giving it so much of your energy, which, you know, that's great, but also you got to take care of you before you can take care of others. Okay, let's see. What is this Moon card for our Taurus? What is this Moon card about? And we go back to that Seven of Wands. Yeah, so you might be fooling yourself with how much I kind of get like you're fooling yourself, like these illusions of what you can do, like how much you can take on yourself. And I think this is where this Three of Wands is going to come into play here real soon in the future, is that you need teamwork. You need people to help you. Like you can't do this all by yourself. Like, it's too much. The project is too big. Like, and teamwork makes dream work. Okay. So this is something where you're going to actually have to start collaborating, I believe, with others, because I have a feeling this is a very large thing you are trying to accomplish here. What is this Page of Cups? Please clarify the Page of Cups for me. Okay. And the Page of Cups, we have the Two of Wands, and the Two of Wands talks about time to compromise and make a decision. So yeah, this is going back to working with others. And that might be where you're running into some complications too, because working with others can sometimes bring out, different people's opinions or in things like that. And, it's saying compromise. Find a compromise to this. Find a way that works, to balance it all out, because, this teamwork is going to create a very solid foundation. And what is this Two of Swords about? Okay, so we have a Ten of Swords, which is a painful ending to something. The Ten of Swords, but it brings out, the thing about the Ten of Swords is it is a very painful ending to something, but it also brings a lot of clarity and clear thought around the situation. And the Hanged Woman, the Hanged Woman, in this card it says the Hanged Woman, but it's really the Hanged Man. The Hanged Man talks about wisdom and self-sacrifice and getting a different perspective on things. So honestly, I think that this Ten of Swords is saying this Two of Swords is going to come to an end, and you're going to have clear thinking, okay? And then you're going to go into that Hanged Man state. So the Two of Swords meaning that it's time to compromise and make a decision. That comes to an end, kind of a painful ending, so you may not get your way on everything that you want. You may decide on things a little differently than you originally wanted things to go. And I think that's why it is the Ten of Swords, but you do end up with some clear thinking. And then with the Hanged Man coming next, I really feel like you're going to get a lot of wisdom in this. You are going to have to make some sacrifices and take a different perspective on the approach to way this project is going and turning out. But I really do feel like it's going to, in the end, come together and be a really beautiful place, because your main card is the Success card here, okay? So let's see, anything else that our Taurus needs to know? Oh, that was too many, but I think that's the one it wanted, which is the Empress. Yeah, absolutely. Who better to do this than the Empress? She's full of, she talks about fertility, so it's also about birthing things or new things coming in. And she's also very creative, the Empress is, and she is about creating. And again, with the Magician and the Empress, this is coming into reality, whatever this project is, which I do still get a strong sense this is a community project. And again, with that Magician, yeah, it's saying create, 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 do this. You have the ability to manifest this. Let's do it. Yes, there's some obstacles, but you will get through them. There will be compromise, there will be teamwork, and this is all going to come into play, especially with that Empress and that Magician together. Like, that's an awesome combination for creating something. And on the bottom, we do have the Eight of Swords for what you don't see coming. And the Eight of Swords is self-imposed restrictions and isolation. So it can talk about anxiety. It can talk about, kind of mental suffering that you create for yourself. So maybe, I think my advice to you with this on, like, everything's perfect, but I have a feeling you might be being a little too rigid in your vision of what you want for this, and you might need to be a little bit more flexible, especially if you have to work with a team. But that might cause you some anxiety, because you might be feeling like this isn't going to go the direction that you want it to, but it is going to go the direction that you want it to, because you got the Empress and the Magician here for that. Like, you are manifesting this. This is your manifestation. You just need people to help. Okay. Let's see if we can get some animal advice for a Taurus here. This is really very beautiful. Whatever you're doing, I hope it really does create something wonderful. Okay. Animal advice for a Taurus. What can you help us with? That one really wanted to pop. We got the polar bear, the mystic. Know the challenge makes you stronger. Have faith when you face adversity. Yes, definitely. Don't lose your faith just because there's adversity. Keep your faith in this. Take time to rest, which we saw that. Dream and renew your strength. Embrace your psychic abilities. You carry the shaman within. Yeah, and that again is telling you follow your intuition and on all of this. Like, don't, and it's definitely saying have faith. There's going to be some adversity, but have faith because you are going to bring this in, okay? And on the bottom of the deck, we do have the Eagle, which is mastery. It's a beautiful card. And that talks about you are on a spiritual journey beyond the sky. Let go of the past and soar. You are guided by the winds of spirit. Your wisdom inspires the world. And yeah, I do feel like this will inspire a lot of people. Taurus, whatever you are working on, absolutely wonderful. Thank you so much for being here. If this resonates with you, please hit that like button. I could really use subscribers. So if you subscribe to my channel, you'll also get subscriber videos that I put out. Thank you so much for being here. Until we meet again.